There's a certain wrestler that we all know, don't love. He is a running punchline on the internet in multiple ways, mind you. But I gotta say, probably what he's most famous for now is...
And his name is John Cena!
Yes, I was...
Oh, we're having
I
a
was
good
waiting
time.
for you to jump in at any time.
Yeah, I was just like, wait for it. There.
You did it right as I started saying.
Yeah, I know.
It was perfect. Thank you.
I was just like, I'm going to make Nate wait for this. This is
Yeah.
going to be good.
And Mike almost died on us.
Mike is just like...
So
here we are.
Yeah, Mike is just like, how do I get out of this chicken shit outfit?
John Cena, the franchise, as people call him, I reserve that for Shane Douglas because ECW backed him to the moon and all that. But I'll say this. John Cena, he shows up every day. That's one thing about him that I can truly say I admire him for. Do I admire him for doing the same 5 moves of doom over and over and over?
3 hours later.
And over and over and over again.
Are you done now? Are you finally done?
Yes, okay.
Is it out of your system now?
Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done. So, anyway, John Cena, I admire him in some aspects, but the bad far outweighs the good.
He's gotten overplayed.
He has,
Like,
and they're
pretty
trying
heavily.
to pull the same thing with Roman Reigns.
Oh, you got to make Roman look strong.
No.
You got to make him look real.
You know what WWE just released? And I'm probably going to
no.
get flagged just for mentioning this because they've been deleting people's comments. It's so bad.
Oh, here we go.
They did top catchphrases of the last decade. And guess who's number 1?
Roman Reigns.
I'm not the guy. I'm not the good guy. I'm not
not
the bad guy. I'm just the guy. And I'm like, that is such a stupid line.
I mean, it works. Good, bad, I'm the guy with the gun. That
Yes.
works. Good, bad, I'm the guy with the belt would be really good. But I'm not a good guy.
Right.
I'm not a bad guy. I'm just the guy. And it's
that
like,
just takes...
that's so dumb.
That just takes all the cool out of it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not good. I'm not bad. I'm just the guy with this.
Yeah.
That, you see, that makes him seem like a badass. And you see, that's what they need. They need an anti-hero. But in order to do a proper anti-hero, you have to take the route of Stone Cold Steve Austin or CM Punk, where they have to be in the guts for a few years and take some bumps and put some people over. But at the same time, they build rapport with the fans by actually speaking their mind. I mean, that's what happened with The Rock. The Rock turned heel, and he became huge.
Yep.
Arguably the second... okay, Stone Cold Steve Austin is the biggest draw in the Attitude Era. They sold so much merchandise off of him. It's true. It kept them good for the next 10 years. The Rock, I'd say, is probably the most successful wrestler now because of his success in Hollywood. I mean, him and the Fast and Furious franchise.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it. Yeah.
And also the other solo moves. San Andreas was actually pretty good. But John Cena... I don't see him moving on. I saw the Marine. Wish I hadn't.
Yep. And
I lost the will to procreate after that because I thought my kids may very well see this one day.
I'm going to make it worse. I am actually going to make this worse. There was a channel on YouTube
Oh no.
that had a guy named Fred. I think you know the one I'm talking about.
I'm out. No. I'm not doing this. No.
John Cena is the franchise.
I have no idea what's going on. Who's Fred?
Really, really annoying. Very annoying. And so annoying that he became very popular and then got his own movies. More than one. 3 of them, I think. Nate, no. Nate?
Shut up.
I'm not okay. You may want to back it up because the video started. Also, you're going to be very angry with the video in like the first second. Okay.
Okay.
Can I?
Go ahead.
Can I?
Clear.
Oh,
You're in the clear.
Am I?
You're in the clear.
Okay. Just,
That's out of my system.
just gonna. Where's?
You're good.
Where's
You're good.
knife? Where is knife? I need knife. I have knife.
Pop-Tart?
We're good. Nobody wants the Pop-Tart, Nate.
No love for
Nobody
toaster
wants a
pastries. Okay.
Okay, ugh.
You can breathe, man. You're good.
Can I? Okay, yeah.
Okay,
So now that Nate's threatened to kill me, hey.
10
how
things
are we doing?
WWE wants you to forget about John Cena by WhatCulture Wrestling. Here we go.
John Cena is the franchise. He's the second most decorated world champion in history, he's superhumanly invincible, and he went to night school to get his doctorate in thugonomics. So that's nice. He's been the face of the WWE for the better part of a decade, but even Bulletproof John has had his moments of weakness. I'm Adam from WhatCulture.com, and here are 10 things WWE want you to forget about John Cena.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Number
that.
10, his finishing moves, old names. Today, John Cena's as corny a mainstream symbol of virtuous Americana as you can get. The only way he could be more American is if he started singing the national anthem whilst riding a bald eagle made out of the 1950s. He's a hero to children around the globe, which makes it even more surprising to casual fans that he used to be a naughty little boy. A very naughty little boy indeed. He would gay bash in the delightful form of white rap, hit people with metal chains, and named his finishing moves after swears. The AA, the attitude adjustment, was once known as the FU, and the STF used to be the STFU. If you don't know what either of those letters stand for, congratulations on maintaining your innocence. Now f*** off. Number 9, he spanked Stephanie McMahon on live TV, no
Yep.
less. On
I remember
SmackDown in
that.
July 2003, naughty John Cena rapped at current GM Stephanie McMahon. Now, Steph was going through her sexy phase at the time, wearing low-cut tops, doing sexy faces, and being felt up by ladies at Eric Bischoff's behest. Different time. Anyway, Cena rapped at Steph, "Nobody's watching us, Steph, why don't you let me smack that ass?" Stephanie McMahon then bent over and he spanked her on global TV while she was working for her dad's company. That's weird.
Yep.
Considering Cena's current relationship with the Authority, I don't think they want Cena's high-speed gropery to be remembered. Number 8, Bull Buchanan. No, I don't remember either. Bull Buchanan has always been the other guy. He was the other guy when partnered with the Big Boss Man, the other guy when part of Right to Censor, and he was the other guy when partnered with Albert, who himself was the other guy when partnered with Test, who himself was the other guy when partnered with Booker T. It's a vicious hierarchy and Bull's at the bottom. He teamed with then heel John Cena as B Squared, and it never really worked. He just didn't seem very hip-hop. Sorry, Bull. Number 7, Mickie James. In 2009, Mickie James and John Cena got it on, I guess. For a few weeks, WWE aired vignettes of James and Cena getting their nervous flirt on. It was all a bit awkward, but sort of endearing, kind of maybe cute, except when Cena would hand her panties live on air saying, "You left these last night." Prince Charming, everybody. So far, so typical WWE ham-fisted romance. But what was weird about the segments was how they ended. You got the impression that WWE were building to something, but no. The vignettes just stopped. Rumors abound that they were dating in real life, and it ended, so it ended on screen too. Either way, it's a weird, tiny micro relationship, and it's never been mentioned since.
That's really
Number
weird.
6, ruining the Nexus.
Yes.
From Bray Wyatt to Dolph Ziggler, John Cena's been accused of hindering a star's momentum in much the same way that a brick wall hinders a car.
Ugh.
No one felt this more keenly than Wade Barrett and
And
the
the
Nexus,
Nexus.
the adorable ragamuffins who tried to murder everybody on the WWE roster. The Nexus were white
And we're
hot
doing
in the
good.
WWE and were riding all the momentum in the world going into SummerSlam 2010. It was Team Nexus versus Team WWE. John Cena was the last man surviving for his team. He took a DDT on the concrete, then came back to pin Justin Gabriel and Wade Barrett for the win. It was a classic case of Super Cena making his opponents look foolish. Chris Jericho, Edge, and even Cena himself have gone on record saying that the way the match ended was a boneheaded decision, damaging to the rookies' careers and something Cena wants to put behind him. Number 5, Ready to
bad.
Rumble. Hey, remember
Yeah.
when David Arquette won the WCW Championship? Of course you do, it helped kill the company. All of that absolute applesauce was to promote a movie called Ready to Rumble about Arquette and his pal being a pair of clown shoe wrestling fans. It had DDP in it, it had Goldberg in it, and hey look, Booker T, Billy Kidman. And is that John Cena? In a scene
Yep.
featuring Oliver Platt and Goldberg in a wrestling gym, you can see training in the background a dyed blonde 22-year-old little Johnny Cena. It was filmed in the gym where Cena was training to be a wrestler, so he took on a role as an extra. Turns out the face of the WWE first surfaced in a WCW joint. For shame. Number 4, he can't protect his dad. John Cena's dad, John Cena Sr., that's hard to say, has actually had experience in the wrestling biz, working as a manager for some independent shows in Boston. So while a lot of wrestlers' family members like to stay out of the spotlight, John Cena Sr., John Cena Sr. has been dragged into it by his hair. Edge went to the Cena family home in Boston and slapped the middle-aged man around. He was famously punted by Randy Orton, and John Cena's dad even had a match with Randy Orton on Raw. Spoilers, it didn't end well for Pops. Orton even attacked Cena Sr. last year. Now, I'm not saying saying that John is a bad son for putting his dad in harm's way. I'm just going to imply it, then move on. Number 3, he was a bad friend to Zack. Poor Zack Ryder. Didn't make
Zack
himself
Ryder,
that help from
I wish
anyone
this
via
guy
his
got
popular
more
YouTube
love.
show Z, True Long Island Story. Ryder got himself noticed by the fans based purely on his charm and never say die doofus optimism. The fans demanded a push for him, and WWE crowned him the US champion. Then a John Cena storyline happened to him. Zack got embroiled in the Embrace the Hate storyline, which saw him lose his championship due to a rib injury from Kane, be chokeslammed through the stage, tombstoned, confined to a wheelchair, and forced to watch Eve, a lady he was sweet on, kiss John Cena. That is bad form, John. He was utterly humiliated in
That
the
is
feud designed
very
to put
bad
over
form.
Cena and
Whoa!
his rising star was caught and crushed, and John
It
Cena
folds
all the
up.
way home. Do. Number 2, he got kayfabe stabbed. What?
Yep.
Carlito was a man who spat in the face of people who didn't want to be cool. Also, when he debuted in 2004, he had a bodyguard called Jesus. As part of the storyline on Carlito's wishes, Jesus stabbed Cena in a nightclub, which is attempted murder. That's attempted murder.
Yeah.
Did Cena call the cops? Nope. He challenged Carlito to a wrestling match because that's nature's only true justice. Cena beat Carlito, and the whole literally trying to kill him thing was put behind them. John Cena is very forgiving. And number 1, Five Knuckle Shuffle is slang for wanking. That's what the phrase means. Five Knuckle Shuffle means masturbation. Hey kids! So that's our list. Did you agree? Did we miss any out? Tell us about it in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and you can even follow me on Twitter. Here, I'm Adam from WhatCulture.com, and I'll see you soon.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's awkward.
That's yeah.
His most. What he, you can't see me.
Yeah.
Five knuckles. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well then.
Since he's giving someone a five knuckle shuffle.
That's weird.
I know. Look, Cena's doing the five knuckle shuffle.
That aside, because jokes can be made about that endlessly.
Until the end of time.
Yeah. Dude got attempted murder.
In a wrestling storyline. Tremendous.
Maybe really actually attempted. Wow.
Fascinating. Truly fascinating.
Yeah.
It really is a bizarre, cultural phenomenon that
It
we...
is, isn't it?
Right?
Well,
Rope operas are a hell of a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, here's my thing. When
Had I never said rope operas to you
No,
before?
that's good. I like it.
When-
I can't claim credit, but it's good.
when you combine good storytelling, well, like for me, some of the best wrestling writing I can really think back to is most rivalries that happen on screen are due to the star power. It's just like Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock. Anytime those two go, it's big because of just how big they are.
Yeah.
It was just like WrestleMania 17 is considered the best WrestleMania of all time. Rightfully so, because it had so many good things going for it. It had Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock, Part 2. It had TLC 2. It had Chris Benoit versus Kurt Angle. It had so many good matches on it. Shane McMahon versus Vince McMahon with Linda McMahon sedated in the corner, and then Linda stands up and kicks Vince in the grapefruits.
Oh.
And some of the best moments, also the gimmick battle royal, and it was all the big gimmicks, like Hillbilly Jim and all these. And
Oh,
the
no.
Iron Sheik, Sergeant Slaughter.
Iron Sheik.
It gave the old timers one more time in the spotlight,
Iron
and it was
Sheik.
good. And they actually had Bobby Heenan and Gene Okerlund come back to call the match.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
That's cool.
I liked that. The only thing that would have made it better if Gorilla Monsoon had come back with Heenan, but Monsoon was gone by that time. So
Yeah.
I really just I was so pleased with that show. I still got it on I found the VHS in there.
Really?
I found my old VHSs that I had of all my old wrestling
wow.
pay-per-views that I watched way back when. I mean,
Dang.
starting all the way back at sold out 1997.
Wow.
Sold out in 1997, uncensored and all them from WCW. And then I transitioned over after certain things happened in WCW, and I started watching Raw after then. And at one point, I was watching both. I recorded, I watched it on the main TV downstairs, whichever one, and I would record the other one upstairs
Okay.
on
All right.
my in my room on my VCR. And I would watch them, and I'd pretty much tape over them again and again until the tape wore out.
Yeah.
But
Yes, physical media.
yes,
Good times.
I still got it all in there, man, and I may have to go through it and sort it one good time because it's been a while since I've done it. John Cena, I've never seen anything because of John Cena. I've never watched a Monday Night Raw because of John Cena. I watched I really got back into wrestling here recently because AJ Styles debuted in WWE, and AJ Styles has been one of my favorite performers for a long time. And I stopped watching wrestling seriously whenever they started, putting AJ on the back burner in a lot of ways. But I still watched his matches online. I watched his match with Shinsuke Nakamura at Wrestle Kingdom 10, which was the last match that he wrestled before he signed with WWE.
Wrestle Kingdom 10. That just sounds awesome.
Oh, dude.
That sounds
Dude,
amazing.
when the Japanese do it, man, they do it big.
Yep, you're
Because
not wrong.
Dave Meltzer does star ratings for matches. You know which company has more 5-star matches than anyone else, than any other company combined? New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, I was like,
Because
is that the name of it? I think it is, yeah.
The technicality that the
Oh,
Japanese
yeah.
performers do is tremendous. Shinsuke Nakamura, Tiger Mask, the list goes on of the great Antonio Inoki, the man who started it. The man who dethroned Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
That's
Oh.
I don't really
Hulk
know much
Hogan.
about wrestling, but I can attest. Like when I was in Japan, I went and watched the Muscle Musical, and when they do shows, just the choreography was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had to
it-
come up with some of the stuff.
Well, in terms of innovation, the Japanese contributed so much to the wrestling format. You see, there was the showmanship wrestling that you had from Europe. You had it in France and England, and it came over here to the States. But then you had the theatrical performing,
Yeah.
and it caught on in Mexico with Lucha Libre.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah,
And-
that's a big one.
And then Lucha Libre has their own style of wrestling. The Japanese have their own style of wrestling. And then there's Vince's big dollhouse of buff men. They have their powerhouse style of wrestling, which I can understand is impressive. Like when I saw Big E Langston pick up Luke Harper, and Luke Harper's 300 pounds. Big E Langston picks him up, does step forward backbreakers.
Oh.
In succession, picks him up one more time, and then does a swing around slam on him, and I'm just like, wow.
That dude's never walking again.
Yeah, and then there's Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is just a monster.
With the stupid sword
If he didn't have the
tattoo.
stupid sword tattoo, he would be.
Yeah.
He's still intimidating as hell.
He's a big dude.
Yeah, but you look at him and you're just like, I
can't
have
take
to
you
try
seriously.
not to laugh because your sword tattoo is so stupid.
Well, either that, or when he turns into Brock Lobster. Have you seen pictures of Brock Lobster?
No.
Brock Lesnar has a tendency in his matches to he exerts himself every
To
time.
end up beat red.
He turns redder than a cherry. And there was one time I forget which WrestleMania it was. He throws a guy, and it's near the end of the match, and he's ultra red, and he does the ultimate Brock Lesnar face, "Whoa!" And it's just, I think it's on here.
Please please do this.
I forget which one it is. It's so cheesy. That's it right there.
No.
Could be near for Triple H.
There's more.
And yet all I can think of is The Howard Dean yell.
Please tell me somebody's put that on like a 10-hour loop.
I'm sure that they have.
I'm sure that they have.
But
And
no,
just like meditated to it.
just like I hear that, and then I hear that Howard Dean yell. Just, "Ha!" And you're just like, what? No!
But Brock Lesnar, but I will say this, Brock Lesnar, when he takes people to Suplex City, holy crap, it's scary to see him tossing around these big 300 and 400-pound men like they're nothing. Like him picking up Mark Henry and just destroying him, Suplex City, like nothing. I'm just like, wow.
Mark Henry's a big dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, monstrous. And Brock, I mean, look at him there. I mean, minus the sword tattoo, like put your finger up over the sword
like
tattoo.
if you
and it's
just sort
like,
of
holy
pretend the
crap.
sword tattoo's not there.
Like his traps just sort of popped up and ate his neck.
They
did.
Yeah.
And his arms, dude, his arms are just massive. His upper body is just tremendous.
I mean, he's a big old gorilla.
Oh, he is.
That's the thing. He's a big old gorilla.
Gosh. I heard Joe Rogan one time, he said he got in an argument with a fan because a fan was just like, Brock would destroy a gorilla, bro. And I'm like, no. A gorilla would rip Brock Lesnar in half, and a gorilla might see him and think that he is like a rival because of his size and everything, and would decimate him.
It's just going to be bad. It's going to be real bad. Don't do it.
Because gorillas, in terms of strength, 5 to 7 times as strong as a human being. I mean, Brock's a huge guy, and he's a genetic anomaly in terms of his size and his ability. But against a gorilla, which has been hopping through trees and running through the jungle, its whole
and not getting
life,
stupid sword tattoos.
Yeah, and not getting stupid sword tattoos.
I'm not letting that die.
Of course not. Why wouldn't
'Cause
you?
it's so
Why wouldn't you let it
stupid.
die?
Anyway.
All right.
So, yep.
This was WhatCulture's 10 things that WWE wants you to forget about John Cena by WhatCulture Wrestling. And also the Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, whatever the hell that was.
I'll do it one more time. Oh.
It's muted.
It's like you come home and find out your girlfriend. You find out your girlfriend's cleared off your desk without you knowing. You come home and find all your World of Warcraft saves deleted. You come home and you find your Steam account deleted. I'll stop. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. We're going to try and help Ben recover.
That's actually my reaction when a status asks me what about the roads. That's happened before.
We're done. Thank you for tuning in. Good night.
Yep. Totally.